Hey everyone, we're here on Saturday, day one of our Build Your Own Epoxy River Coffee Table Course. The students are here. We have 3 students, and we're going to be dressing the lumber, placing it in a form, mixing some epoxy, adding some color, doing the pour, all the exciting stuff, of course. And then next weekend we'll be coming back, and they'll be doing the rest of the work to leave with a fully finished table. So it's over 2 weekends, 2 Saturday sessions, about 3 to 4 hours per session. So let's go meet everybody. When you sign up online, you pick the species of lumber that you want. The day before, usually almost always the day before because we leave it last minute, we're going to be prepping the wood so they're ready to go into the HDPE forms that we use for the course. These are unique to us. It was actually my idea to create these, and they're plastic welded and they don't leak. They're very strong. You're going to see Justin prepping a set of cherry slabs, because this is what it's going to look like, all nice and pretty, ready to go for the course, where you're going to need to clean up your edge, put it in the form, and we'll be mixing our epoxy. But the lumber starts out rough, so we're going to be surfacing both sides, getting it nice and smooth, and cutting it to size. So we're going to show you that process right now. All right, we're well into day one now. I've met the students. We've had a little quick talk about epoxy, different types of epoxy, the types of forms that were used, the plastic welded HDPE forms, totally reusable, booyah. And now we have them cleaning up their edges. So where the bark is on the live edge, we've got to get that removed. We're going to be then cleaning out the form, as well as mixing some epoxy and getting the pour done. Exciting. Woohoo! If they have a good chunk of bark on the edge, they're going to start with a draw knife, then they're going to go to the Festool RO150, then the Restorer brush sander with a wire wheel. Let's make some sawdust. Go! Two parts to 1 part. Fortunately for us, like I said, there's no measuring. We're going to dump the whole kit in. This one's thicker also, the bigger jug. So usually I'll pour this first and let it drizzle out for a couple minutes anyways. And then this full jug can go in. And I just have mixing sticks that you'll actually mix the epoxy with. I like mixing it that way. There's no rush with this stuff. So same thing with epoxy back in the day. It would kick over right away, especially if you do a big volume of it, where we have a good half an hour of time before we need to kind of get it out of that pail and poured. So there's no rush, there's no mad dash or anything like that. So if you guys want, yeah, I got you each a pail, and then you can dump basically one big one and one small one into your pail, and I'll grab you the sticks, the mixing sticks. All right, let's talk about the epoxy we're going to use. We're using ChemCraft, made by the guys at CHEMTECH in Quebec, Canada. The nice thing about this epoxy, 0 VOCs, no solvents used. So as you're mixing, as it's curing, there's none of those harmful fumes going into the environment, and us humans, we're not breathing it. This is a crystal clear epoxy with very good UV stability, and it also releases all micro bubbles. So if you're pouring something completely clear and after it's hardened, you look through it, you're not going to see any little micro bubble. Super impressed with this epoxy. It's dynamite. It's good to about 1.5 inches thick, but it's really more designed for 1-inch thick pours. Notice it's got a big bottle versus a small bottle. It's a 2-to-1 mix, so 2 parts of A to 1 part of B by volume. It's always good to mix your epoxy for 5 to 10 minutes if you're using a drill mixer or by hand. I actually prefer by hand because it's not going to induce so many bubbles into the mixture, which is not a care that it's not going to come out as it cures, but as you add your color, those bubbles will kind of misrepresent the color that you're going to have. So I like mixing by hand. Gives you a good workout. So that's the end of day one. We're just going to go down and check out the seal legs. Hairpin legs are included in the price, but you can upgrade to a different style, larger, heavier legs. So we're going to show those legs off now. The pours are all done. Everything looks fantastic. The wood's beautiful. The colors are nice. So they're going to come back next week and put in the real elbow grease. They got a lot of sanding to do. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the video. Hope you get a feel for what you're going to get if you take our Build Your Own Epoxy River Coffee Table Course. Everyone, make it a great one. Ayo, ayo. When you sign up for our, cut that, guys, also. So in this video, you're going to see us pick the wood. Cut that one.